Hello everyone, my name's Hemingway Jones and welcome to the channel. This is our little corner of the internet where we talk about fountain pens, journals and journaling, inks, self-expression, and pretty much anything to keep you inspired and motivated as a writer and a journaler. Welcome today from my library, where I'd like to talk about something very special today. We're going to speak about what are the best beginner fountain pens. So this is for someone who's looking to get started in this hobby and wants the perfect fountain pen to get started. And here's a surprise. I think there's 4 of them. So without much further ado, let's get into it. But first, let me just say, if you're not staying till the end of my videos, you're missing a little surprise. I always put something at the end for all of you. So check that out. So without much further ado, let's talk about the best fountain pen to get started. So my first choice, and this may not be a surprise, is the legendary Lamy Safari fountain pen. Now, what makes this a fantastic beginner's pen? First of all, it's super easy to use. It comes with a piece of cardboard between the body of the pen and the grip. So you can remove that and then push the cartridge right in by screwing the pen in, which is fantastic. At that point, you're ready to go. So there's very little upfront work you have to do with this pen. It's designed to get you writing right away. Also, the good folks at Lamy made this ergonomic grip. It's classic. It will have you handling the pen properly, and that will increase the likelihood of your hand not getting fatigued and you writing with slightly better form. Truth is, I use this all the time. My fingers usually on the side, kind of avoiding this ergonomic grip. And if I had a 3D printer, I would have already printed a new grip for this pen. I would prefer if it was cylindrical. Nevertheless, this is how it is. It's a fantastic pen. I've called it before the G-Shock of pens. It even is made out of similar plastic, has beautiful Bauhaus design. It's super easy to strip and clean if you need to. It's also very easy to customize. This particular one has a calligraphy nib. I got rid of the original medium nib. It was a little boring. To me, told you guys before, I'm looking to expand my horizons in as far as nibs go. So this one now has a calligraphy nib, super fun to customize, amazing pen, a fantastic choice for the person that wants to begin writing right away. Lamy Safari. So my second choice, I'm thinking maybe you're a student and you want to write with a fountain pen while you're taking notes in class. Maybe you're not doing it on an iPad, you're doing it all analog. You're looking for a nice, robust pen that you can toss in your bag, not worry about, that's super fun to write with, super smooth, and a classic design. Well, maybe you've guessed it already, but it's the Cavaco Sport. This one, in cyan, is a beautiful pen. It's another one that's very easy to use. It's quite small, as you see. With it closed, it's about the size of my palm. But once you put it together, you simply unscrew it and post it, it becomes a normal size pen. and it is quite lovely to write with. This particular one has a broad nib. It is very smooth and it begins writing right away. Cavaco makes excellent nibs with fantastic writing experiences. They're steel nibs that feel like gold nibs in how they perform. They're just super nibs. Now, the other nice thing is this also comes with a cartridge that you can get writing right away. I actually have the cartridge in here, and I've been using a ink syringe to fill it so I can keep using the same cartridge. But it comes within the pen. Sometimes it gets stuck in there, so you have to tap it a few times, not against your Rolex, but against something. And then the cartridge comes out, you pop it in, and you are good to go. You can begin writing with this right away. You can also get a converter for it and fill it from a bottle if you choose, or you can reuse the cartridge and fill that from a bottle with a syringe, as I've been doing. But great pen, fantastic for students, great to toss in a bag, not worry about. And I'll have to say, this might be a beginner's pen. I love this pen. I use it all the time. For our next choice, this is a pen that is really good if you're in the business world, or it's a pen where you want to make a good impression. Some people want to write with the fountain pen so that it's recognized, so it becomes an aspect of their personal style or their character. Totally legitimate. I understand it. I do it myself. I actually match my pens to my moods or my activities. That's a future video. I hope you guys stick around for that. But today, what we're talking about, a great pen for the business world and to have a little bit of a good impression, is the Metropolitan by Pilot, another classic pen. Now, I have to admit to you guys, I am not the biggest fan of this pen. And I know that's a sacrilege in the pen world, but here are my reasons. I don't think the finish is that great. I don't think the nibs are as smooth as what I'm used to from Pilot. Now, I'm a bit of a Pilot snob because my favorite Pilot pen is the Custom 823, which is one of the finest pens in the world. So maybe it's an unfair comparison for the price point. But the other thing I have a problem with is the squeeze converter. I just don't like squeeze converters. But nevertheless, I mean, it's a $20, $21, $22 pen. It's got a nice weight, a nice balance. It's a decent pen. It writes very well. It's just not one of my favorites, but I still recommend it. If you want to make a good impression, and if you want to have a nice, interesting style, this is a fantastic pen. It comes in all sorts of colors and flavors, even some orange colors with interesting patterns. It's a very good pen. All right, for our final pen that we're going to look at today, is there anybody who has been following me that isn't yelling at the screen right now the name of this pen? Anybody who has seen my TikToks or anything else I've posted knows that I love this pen. Beginner or not, there are few pens, in my opinion, at any price point that can match the mighty TWSBI Eco. I love this pen. I think it's fantastic. If you're someone who wants to get into this hobby and instantly wants a luxury experience, if you will, piston filled at $35 is pretty amazing. And a very nice piston fill at that. So this pen can only be filled from a bottle, but you have unlimited inks that you can put in here. You can see I have a blue in here now. I believe I have a sapphire ink in here. I think it might be Sargasso Sea by Diamine. But this is actually a fine point TWSBI Eco. It writes very smoothly. It's easy to strip and clean, so you can put the funkier inks in here if you want. You want to put a little shimmer, go for it. A little sheen, no problem. You don't have to worry like you would if you put it in a more expensive Pelican or a Mont Blanc. This, you can fill it up. If it gets clogged, you simply pop the nib and feed out, rinse it off, put it all back together, and it's no harm done. This is a fantastic writing pen. I think it's a beautiful pen. I spend a lot of time with this. It's often with me. I also have it in a stub nib. Their stub nibs are extraordinary. For the price, I believe that one's a bit more. It's like $50 because it has rose gold. But nevertheless, these are great pens, fantastic bargains, and a great way to get the entire experience of writing with a fountain pen for $35. How can you beat that? Does that make it maybe the Seiko of fountain pens? What do you guys think? So here we have it. These are my choices for the 4 best beginner fountain pens. And by beginner, I just mean you can start with this pen, but you're never going to stop writing with it. I have a lot of affection for 3 out of the 4, but this pen's fine. Just never bonded with it. But TWSBI Eco, I love this pen. Cavaco Sport's great. Lamy Safari. So what do you guys think? Did I miss anything? Is there another beginner pen out there that I've totally skipped? How could I do such a thing? Let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. If you did, please leave me a comment. I appreciate your comments. They're fantastic. I'm getting some great insight into all of you. And it's really nice getting to know each other in the comments as this channel evolves. Thanks for being here with me. So that's it for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again further up the road. Everyone, take care.